This film begins by showing son Wukong, a monkey king who is sent to the west to retrieve sacred scriptures along with Monk Tong. One day, Wukong is expelled by his master for killing several people whom he believed were demons. Therefore, Wukong tries to convince his master that they were truly demons, but Monk Tong does not believe him and eventually orders him to leave. Elsewhere, a deity named Huangmei, who serves Buddha, feels envious of Monk Tong for being given the task of traveling to the west to retrieve the scriptures, while he is only assigned to guard the heavenly prison. Eventually, Huangmei, along with his assistant Shirley, creates a creature from clay to replace Wukong in retrieving the scriptures. Huangmei then takes soil from Mount Huagua to form the creature's bones. In addition, he gathers blood and flesh from thousands of demons to shape the creature. However, to become the true Monkey King, the created creature must possess a stone heart, which only Wukong has. Therefore, they must find a way to obtain the stone heart, as it can only be removed by Wukong himself. Meanwhile, Wukong intends to return home, which is Mount Huagua. However, on his way, he is attacked by a demon made of mud, leading Wukong to fight using his magical staff. During the battle, Wukong eventually defeats the demon by crushing it under a collapsing cliff. After the fight, a statue of Buddha suddenly appears, leaving Wukong confused because he believes he has done nothing wrong. The Buddha statue then pins Wukong down with its giant hand. It turns out that the recent attack was part of Huangmei's plan to imprison Wukong in the heavenly prison. As a result, Wukong becomes confused because he is innocent, and he declares that he is the Monkey King of Mount Huagua. However, Shirley pretends not to believe him and claims that the real Monkey King is on a journey to the west to retrieve the scriptures. Shirley accuses the monkey in front of her of being a mere demon, falsely claiming to be the Monkey King. To prove that he is the real Monkey King, Wukong attempts to use his magical powers. Unexpectedly, Wukong is unable to do so because he is wearing a magical bracelet that prevents him from using his powers. Additionally, the guards subdue Wukong with electric staffs, rendering him powerless. Huangmei then judges Wukong, stating that the real Monkey King possesses both the magical staff and magical powers. Therefore, Huangmei tells the monkey before him to stop pretending to be the Monkey King. Upon hearing this, the furious Wukong tries to attack, but the guards shock him again. Huangmei then declares that Wukong has committed a grave sin by falsely claiming to be the great monkey sage, the Monkey King of Mount Huagua. For this offense, Wukong will be imprisoned in the heavenly prison for life. While in prison, Wukong is tortured by the guards, but he remains adamant that he is the real great monkey sage. Wukong is later moved to another cell, where an old monkey resides. At that moment, Wukong tries to remove his bracelet, but the old monkey informs him that the bracelet is a sealing charm belonging to Huangmei, and it can only be removed when the person who placed it dies or is on the verge of death. At that moment, Wukong recognized that the old monkey was from Mount Huagua, but he did not believe that Wukong was the real monkey sage, the Monkey King of Mount Huagua, despite the resemblance. According to the old monkey, it was impossible for the Monkey King to be in this place, especially since the real Wukong wore a golden band on his head, while the one before him did not. Soon after, Huangmei's subordinate, Demon Eye, suddenly arrived. However, without fear, Wukong gouged out one of Demon Eye's eyes before stomping on it. Seeing this, the old monkey became frightened, worrying that Huangmei would be enraged and kill them. But Wukong quickly told the old monkey that this heavenly prison was a fake because he had once been inside the real heavenly prison. Even so, the old monkey did not believe Wukong's words because, to him, Huangmei was a deity serving Buddha, so it was impossible that this prison could be a fake. After that, the old monkey told Wukong that there was one way to escape from this prison. They would have to beat a drum as a signal to initiate a fight to the death. If Wukong could win the fight, then he would be freed. Despite this, until now, no one had ever won. The brave Wukong immediately beat the drum, and soon everyone gathered in the arena to witness the fight to the death. At that time, Shirley explained that the fight would last as long as an incense stick burned. If Wukong won the fight, he would be set free. Not long after, Wukong's opponent finally arrived, shocking him when he saw that his opponent was Demon Bull, his own sworn brother. As a result, Wukong tried to call his sworn brother, but Demon Bull seemed hypnotized and did not recognize him at all. Demon Bull immediately attacked, forcing Wukong to try to awaken his sworn brother, though he failed. With no other choice, Wukong had to retaliate with a fierce counterattack. Unexpectedly, Huang Mei, who was also watching the fight, threw a knife at him. Despite this, Wukong managed to stay standing and eventually threw the knife back at Huang Mei, who easily deflected it. Amid the crowd, Wukong spotted Princess Fan, the wife of Demon Bull. As a result, Wukong lost focus, which Demon Bull took advantage of to attack. When the time ran out, the final result of the fight was a draw, meaning Wukong was not set free. At the same time, after witnessing his fighting style, the old monkey finally believed that Wukong was indeed the true monkey sage, the Monkey King of Mount Huagua. The old monkey then explained that the monkeys who had once lived on Mount Huagua were now scattered after Wukong left to retrieve the sacred scriptures. That night, when Wukong went to get food, he saw Princess Fan there. Because of this, the old monkey told him that Princess Fan was an opera singer in this prison. In the middle of their conversation, Shirley suddenly arrived with several new prisoners. One of the prisoners was a monkey demon, but this monkey demon could not speak. Eventually, the old monkey gave the monkey demon the name Little Ear because his ears were small. Wukong then took the old monkey and Little Ear to Princess Fan's room. Upon entering, they noticed that Princess Fan was treated differently from the other prisoners, as she was given delicious food and a spacious cell. At that moment, Wukong asked Princess Fan why Demon Bull did not remember him. Princess Fan replied that Huang Mei had sealed Demon Bull's memory with his magical powers. Therefore, the only way to break the spell was to destroy his magic staff. At the same time, Wukong accidentally spotted a hidden tunnel behind a pile of crates. After returning to their cell, Wukong remained curious about the tunnel in Princess Fan's room. Consequently, the old monkey came up with the idea to sneak into the room while Princess Fan was putting on an opera performance. Not long after, during the opera, Wukong, the old monkey, and Little Ear quickly snuck into Princess Fan's room. At that moment, Wukong immediately entered the tunnel to see where it led, while the old monkey and Little Ear waited at the tunnel entrance. As Wukong ventured further into the tunnel, he suddenly heard shouting from behind, prompting him to return to Princess Fan's room. It turned out that the old monkey and Little Ear had been tied up by Princess Fan, who was angry because his arrival had disrupted her plans. At the same time, the old monkey suddenly mentioned that he heard someone coming. Sure enough, the person arriving was Shirley, who had heard the commotion and became suspicious. With no other choice, Wukong was forced to distract her by fighting the guards, even though he was electrocuted again until he was powerless. Seeing the Monkey King in pain, the old monkey felt guilty because Wukong had to endure punishment. Additionally, the old monkey forgot that Wukong could not use his magical powers due to the sealing bracelet. Despite this, Wukong replied that he did not need magical powers to protect others. Because long ago, when Wukong at Mount Huagua, he also had not mastered magical powers, yet he could still become the Monkey King. Because of this, the old monkey remembered the event when Wukong fought against 100,000 heavenly troops and the 4 heavenly kings. From that incident, Wukong was punished in the Five-Finger Cave for 500 years until he was finally released by Monk Tong to accompany him on the journey to the west to retrieve the sacred scriptures. Unexpectedly, despite having left them for more than 500 years, the monkeys on Mount Huagua still regarded Wukong as their king. Therefore, the old monkey hoped that one day Wukong would return to Mount Huagua to lead the demon monkeys again. Not long after, Princess Fan suddenly came to see Wukong after the situation was safe. Apparently, Princess Fan intended to take Wukong with her into the tunnel, which was connected above the treasure warehouse, the place where the magic staff was kept. Princess Fan was inviting Wukong to collaborate in destroying Huang Mei's magic staff that was located in the treasure warehouse. However, they needed to obtain the key to the treasure warehouse, which was on the horn of Demon Bull. Therefore, Princess Fan had the idea to take the key while Demon Bull was bathing. After they successfully destroyed the magic staff, they would escape together. With no other options, Wukong ultimately taught Little Ear martial arts so that he could assist him in carrying out this mission. Wukong then patiently trained Little Ear until he became proficient in martial arts. As a result, Little Ear became very skilled at fighting. Sometime later, Wukong and Princess Fan began their mission. But before that, Wukong made a promise to the old monkey that he would save all the demon monkeys to bring them back to Mount Wako. Soon after, they started entering the tunnel, where Wukong, Princess Fan, and Little Ear managed to cross, while the old monkey did not accompany them. Wukong then kidnapped Demon Eye as a guide while the three of them disguised themselves as guards. Not long after, Wukong, Princess Fan, and Little Ear then entered the bathing area. At that moment, they saw Demon Bull soaking in the water when suddenly, a guard came and ordered Wukong to massage him. In short, Little Ear sneaked up behind Demon Bull to grab the key on his horn. Additionally, to divert attention, Princess Fan began to dance until finally, Little Ear successfully took the key. Once they had obtained the key, Wukong and Little Ear rushed toward the treasure warehouse, while Princess Fan tried to restore her husband's memory, who remained silent. Afterward, Wukong and Little Ear finally succeeded in opening the treasure warehouse door. Besides weapons, there were also many strange paintings in the warehouse, until finally, Little Ear presented Wukong's magic staff that had been stored there. Wukong then tried to destroy Huang Mei's magic staff, but the magic influence of Huang Mei was still present because the magic staff was not the cause. At the same time, Huang Mei suddenly appeared through a portal, blowing a very strong wind. Because of this, Wukong tried to hold on to his magic staff while Little Ear clung to him. Unfortunately, the wind grew stronger, throwing both monkeys off balance. After that, several guards quickly came and killed Little Ear in front of Wukong. Elsewhere, the old monkey had also been captured by the guards to be brought before Huang Mei. At that moment, Huang Mei lied to the old monkey that Wukong had a cursed stone heart. Apparently, the stone heart rendered Wukong powerless, forcing him to head west to retrieve the sacred scripture. As a result, if the old monkey wanted Wukong to return to Mount Wako, the stone heart had to be removed from Wukong's body. However, only Wukong himself could extract it. Therefore, Huang Mei invited the old monkey to help persuade Wukong to remove the object. Hearing this, the old monkey became fearful that it would kill Wukong. However, Huang Mei tried to assure him that Wukong would be fine. Furthermore, Huang Mei promised that after the stone heart was removed, he would free both of them so they could return to Mount Wako. After being successfully captured, Wukong was put on trial for his actions in breaking into the treasure warehouse. At that moment, Wukong admitted that he was the mastermind, asking for the old monkey and Princess Fan to be freed. Upon hearing this, Huang Mei considered his attitude very arrogant and continued to insist that he was the Monkey King. Therefore, Huang Mei provoked Wukong to prove whether he was the real Monkey King or not by extracting the stone heart from his body. If Wukong refused to do so, he would kill all the prisoners there. The old monkey, influenced by Huang Mei's earlier promises, stated that Wukong was not the Monkey King, but rather a wild monkey claiming to be the Monkey King. Therefore, the old monkey urged Wukong to extract the stone heart if he truly was the real Monkey King. As a result, the prisoners also shouted for Wukong to prove himself. Hearing this, Wukong ultimately complied with their request by taking the stone heart out of his own body. Shirley then took the stone heart and handed it to Huang Mei. However, this shocked everyone because Wukong was indeed the true Monkey King. However, after extracting the stone heart, Wukong looked like a confused monkey, prompting the old monkey to protest to Huang Mei, who had said that Wukong would be fine. Huang Mei replied that without the stone heart, Wukong was just an ordinary monkey because only monkeys with a stone heart could become the Monkey King. As a result, Huang Mei would give the stone heart to his created monkey. After summoning his creation, Little Ear appeared. It turned out that Little Ear was a monkey that Huang Mei had previously made from clay, so he immediately inserted the stone heart into Little Ear's body. Because of this, Huang Mei made Little Ear the Monkey King, so he could accompany Monk Tong to the west to retrieve the sacred scripture. After Little Ear received the stone heart, all the prisoners shouted at him, calling him a false Monkey King, which made him angry, and he immediately started to attack the prisoners who were yelling at him. At that time, Little Ear also declared that he would kill the prisoners who did not accept him as the Monkey King, terrifying all the prisoners with that threat. Little Ear then approached Wukong, while the old monkey was shocked because all this time Little Ear was a creation of Huang Mei. Therefore, the old monkey asked Little Ear to return the stone heart to Wukong because he had been trying to help them all along. Angry, Little Ear choked Princess Fan and the old monkey. Fortunately, Huang Mei ordered Little Ear to release them because he needed to wear the golden bracelet. Huang Mei then fulfilled his promise by freeing the old monkey and Wukong. Not long after, inside the treasure warehouse, Huang Mei was seen ordering Little Ear to obey his commands, as he was the one who had created him. Before Huang Mei put the golden bracelet on, Little Ear asked Huang Mei to remove the sealing bracelet. Without suspicion, Huang Mei removed the sealing bracelet and said that if Little Ear betrayed him, he could create another monkey to replace him. Unexpectedly, Little Ear was smarter than Huang Mei because he realized that the artifact that had been controlling the minds was not the magic staff, but the paintings in that place. As a result, Little Ear immediately destroyed the paintings before finally going on a rampage, attacking Huang Mei and Shirley because he did not want to be his puppet forever. In another place, the guards intended to kill Wukong, so the old monkey immediately protected him, but the two of them fell to the bottom of the prison, causing Wukong to lose consciousness. As a result, the old monkey felt very guilty about what had happened to his king. Therefore, he tried to open the sealing bracelet, but was unsuccessful. The old monkey then remembered that a dead person could open the seal. Finally, the old monkey did the unthinkable to remove the sealing bracelet that healed Wukong's wounds. Meanwhile, inside the prison, Little Ear appeared wearing Huang Mei's hat after defeating him, which made him increasingly arrogant. At the same time, the bull demon, whose memory had returned, immediately ordered all the prisoners to hide. At one point, Little Ear felt that everyone was still underestimating him, so he began attacking the guards and some prisoners. Because of this, everyone ran away in fear to save themselves. Elsewhere, Wukong was dreaming of meeting Monk Tong, so he told him what had happened to him. Wukong then apologized to Monk Tong for no longer being able to accompany his master in retrieving the sacred scripture to the west. Hearing this, Monk Tong replied that Wukong was better off without the stone heart. That way, the arrogance within him would disappear. Despite this, Wukong did not understand what his master was saying until Monk Tong explained that Wukong had been obsessed with the title of Monkey King. To become a monk, Wukong must possess loving and compassionate qualities. After saying this, Monk Tong then left. After Wukong regained consciousness, his memory also returned, so he crawled up and found his golden crown. At that moment, the crown seemed to know who its owner was, still recognizing him as the sick monkey even though Wukong no longer had the stone heart. Elsewhere, Little Ear continued to demand that everyone acknowledge him as the Monkey King. While everyone was scared, one demon boldly attacked Little Ear, throwing that demon and the magic staff. Moments later, surprisingly, the demon returned unscathed. From behind, Wukong suddenly appeared holding his magic staff, causing Little Ear to declare that he knew Wukong would come back. As a result, the two powerful monkeys fought fiercely, with Little Ear quickly taking out his staff to battle Wukong. At that time, Wukong invited Little Ear to join the monkeys of Mount Wakuo, but he refused. It turned out Little Ear was still obsessed with becoming the Monkey King, so he was determined to defeat Wukong. With no other choice, Wukong had to fend off Little Ear's attacks. With great difficulty, Wukong eventually managed to defeat Little Ear, who still could not believe he had lost, even though Wukong no longer had the stone heart. Wukong then urged Little Ear to forget that obsession because he wanted to save Little Ear. However, Little Ear remained steadfast in his goal of defeating Wukong to become the Monkey King. Wukong then stated that the title of Monkey King carried a heavy burden. Therefore, Wukong said he acknowledged Little Ear as the Monkey King and the owner of the Stone Heart, but Little Ear saw his attitude as an insult. In response, Wukong said he was only giving Little Ear what he wanted. Thus, Wukong immediately asked what Little Ear truly desired. Upon hearing this, Little Ear remained silent, prompting Wukong to invite Little Ear to go to Mount Wako because that was their home. Unexpectedly, Little Ear refused, feeling unworthy to stay in Mount Wako where the demon monkeys lived, while he was merely a fake demon monkey created by Huangmei. At sunrise, Little Ear ultimately perished, leading Wukong to leave the prison. Moral lesson from the story: if you think you're a king but can't find your crown, you might just be a confused monkey in a prison. Remember, sometimes it's better to be a happy monkey than a grumpy king with a stone heart.